doing, we're forward. I'm Nariman, this is Nurul, this is Farah, and our project is called Red Journey. Our project basically revolves around three main terms: recycle, reuse, regenerate. It ensures it's basically a recycled preschool that ensures sustainability through the structure of the building, also through money generation, and through integration of slum families with their environment and integration of the children with their environment and with each other. As at this stage, children development relies mainly on experience and on interaction rather than technological methods. In terms of our current problems and challenges, we visited the slum areas and we asked around, and we realized that children aren't sent to school at this age for four main reasons. The first reason is that the institutions that are already there are too expensive. Second reason is that there's a lack of preschool or nursery locations nearby, so parents don't like sending their kids too far. And in terms of cultural issues, parents feel like the motherly comfort is important and the nurture that a parent provides to their child is important at this age, so they don't want to send their kids off to school. Finally, some parents were concerned about child abuse at the current nurseries and their safety of their children, so they wouldn't send their kids. Our first problem that we tackled was location solution. Basically, we have two main alternatives. The first alternative relates to slum areas where we can find designated plots of land to build new institutions. These institutions would be made of plastic bottles filled with garbage, but not organic trash. And the structure would be made of concrete for the window panes, ducts, etc., and the columns. So the building would be strong enough to sustain the school. But this was inspired by glass models. We found houses that are already built in Africa that use glass models. The second alternative is the Lego solution. This is basically implemented on slum areas where overcrowding is a problem, and we use modular prefabricated housing made from recycled plastic polyethylene. And these are likely structures that would be added to the rooftops of already built structures or attached to buildings, such as those in the Sheikh Mosque. So basically, our buildings would be made with the recycled material. Regarding our educational method, we want our school to operate for 6 days a week and 1 day off either Friday or Sunday, depending on the culture that the school's going to operate in. For the method we chose is the Montessori method, which teaches the student independence and personal growth. The actual structure will be divided up into two classrooms, one from the ages of 1 to 3 and the other from 3 to 6. And each classroom will have different tables with different activities, and the child gets to choose from what they do. As you can see, the different age groups, first of all, from 1 to 3, this is where the child is still a baby, so they have to develop their senses of how to be independent and work by themselves, and this is where they need emotional growth and support. And then as they go on to the next step, from 3 to 6, this is where we're going to introduce different subjects such as like math, sciences, and history and geography, and we're also going to introduce cultural subjects that match each culture where the slum would be influenced. For recruitment, we're going to only hire the staff and the teachers from where we build the urban slum. For example, the teachers are going to be secondary school graduates, and then we're going to give them a training course on how to become teachers. This is going to be done through our partnership with FLDO. The FLDO already gives courses on how to teach through the music Montessori method in urban slums. And then after actually hiring them, they also monitor their progress. Also, we're going to be getting grandmothers and unemployed moms to care for their children as caregivers, especially in the nursery. Also, we're going to be hiring janitors that will come once a week, like in Egypt, it's going to be on Friday, to help us with our financial solution.
Okay, for our financial solution, basically we needed the initial funding for construction in the beginning. However, once built, the school is self-sustainable. Parents are going to be paying us in the form of cash, and we're then going to be turning this cash into cash. How so? Parents will be providing plastic bags per week, where every week they'll be going to give us one pack full of plastics, one bag full of metals. This will be on the day off. On that very same week, we'll be providing weekly checkups after providing incentive for the parents to come and drop off the garbage. Secondly, we're going to have money-generating opportunities through the Weekend Initiative, the partnership of the EPE. Basically, they train women on how to use the recycling material to We, for example, blankets, which are then resold later for a profit for the parent. Okay, so an overall idea for our financial cost, to build this school, with plastic bottles, for example, we're going to need about 24,000. Our monthly revenues from generating around half a ton plastic, half a ton metals will be 5,000. Our monthly variable cost and fixed cost from the meals and the salaries for employees are about 3,500, which will leave us with a net profit of around 1,400.
Okay, so why would parents send their children to our school? First of all, it's practically cost-free. Parents would only pay the tuition in the form of plastic, in the form of garbage per week, plastics and metals. Secondly, we give job opportunities for women. This is through the Leading Initiative, and also through the fact that we're recruiting women only from the slum areas that we're building the schools in. Thirdly, we promote recycling and sustainability. This is through our school structure as well as the recycling initiative for police. And we ensure a peace from home at the school. This means that the children will adapt easily to our schools as they're going to find a grandmother and the mother from their community already ready for the school, and this is going to be a good environment for them. And through the fact that we provide the meals for the children on a daily basis, as well as a weekly checkup for families when they give in their we want to spread awareness about the importance of early childhood education, and we're going to do this through partnering with the NGOs such as the FLDO and the APE. And also we want to conduct focus groups for 5 to 10 grandmas from each slum before we start the project. And in this focus group, we're going to teach them about the importance of early childhood education. And we chose grandmas especially because there's an Egyptian saying that says, as they will, they will, which means that grandparents love their grandchildren more than their own. And when these grandparents see the opportunity that we're providing for children, they would feel like they want to provide this for their grandchildren as they weren't able to do so for their own children. And this will help us on focusing on relying on the word of mouth, because this is the most important form of marketing in such an area, as people would feel safe to send their children to their schools when they hear another grandma or another